أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Walaikum assalam.
Welcome to the revisions of Quranic part of the QC2. We saw there are two challenges regarding understanding of Al-Quran. One is the vocabulary, mean the words and meaning. For that we use the pointers and phrases. And the second is the grammar. For that we use TPI and the spoken Arabic. Let's talk about the pointers first. The benefits of the pointers are pointers give you the context in which the new words are being used. They work as anchors for you to memorize the meanings and recall them. They help you visualize the subject of the page. Very useful in memorizing the Quran. Just like phrases, Dr. Saab says, often I ask in workshop, what is the meaning of in? Very few people reply. But when he say, I ask, what is the meaning of inshallah? Almost everybody or many people answers in, mean if. So in mean, it means instead of memorizing the meaning of in and sha separately, memorize the meaning of inshallah. Instead of memorizing the meaning of samad, let's memorize the meaning of Allah Samad. Instead of memorizing the meaning of yuqimuna, let's memorize the meanings of yuqimuna salah. So the phrases, they provide anchors for our brain to remember the meanings of new words, help you remember the message, make more sense than just words. Memorizing phrases and their meaning is much more effective, powerful, appealing, and useful than memorizing just words and the meanings. Then we saw these five pointers. Yes, who would like to revise them? Please raise a hand. What are the five pointers for the page? One. Okay. Praise for Allah. Dua for guidance. Guidance for muttaqin. Attributes of muttaqin. Once again, praise for Allah. Dua for guidance. Guidance for muttaqin. Attributes of muttaqins. Let's to go for the first page. We will start the first page with the Surah Al-Fatih. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ, I seek refuge, billahi, Allah, min, from الشيطان الرجيم, the shaitan of scourge. Bismillah, in the name of Allah, Ar-Rahman, the merciful, Ar-Rahim, the great, glorious, and the merciful. Alhamdu, all the praises and the
Thanks.
yes, Lillahi, for Allah, Rabbil Alameen. What mean Rabbil Alameen?
Lord of the worlds.
God of the worlds. Ar-Rahman Rahim. What is the meaning of Ar-Rahman Rahim? Most merciful and
entirely merciful, continually merciful.
good. Excellent. Malik Yawmiddin. What is the meaning of Malik?
Master.
King, master of the day of judgment. Okay. Iyaka na'budu, only we worship, wa iyaka, and we seek help from you. Wa ihdina, what is the meaning of ihdina? Guide us. As-saratul mustaqim, the straight path. Sarat al-lazina, the path of those, anamta alayhim, blessed upon them you. Ghair, not al-maghdub, those, al-maghdub mean
wrath is bottom. No.
yes, alayhim walad dualin, and on you have the. Then we learn the 12 habits for success from the Fatah. The first habit was A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, safety first, run to Allah for safety, everything. The second two habits we learn from the Bismillah Rahman Rahim. That is, start with Bismillah and think positive about Allah. The next two, the fourth and fifth habits we learn from the Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Study the universe to praise Allah from the depth of your heart and be grateful to Allah. The sixth habit was from Ar-Rahman Rahim. Be merciful or humble to others. The seventh was Malik Yawmiddin. Keep the end in mind. The ninth was Iyyaka na'budu. Worship Allah to make the life meaningful. The ninth was Wa Iyyaka nasta'in. Seek His help. He alone can help. You love them. We ask Him for everything again and again. The 10th habit was Ihdina Sirat Mustaqim, seek guidance for the every action. The 11th habit we learned from Sirat al-Lazina an'amta alayhim, use the right models. And the 12th habit was avoid the wrong models from Ghairil Maghdubi alayhim wal-Dwalin. Then we started the Suratul Baqarah. In Suratul Baqarah, we started these pointers, guidance for Muttaqeen. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ألف لام ميم. These are the words which are not pronounced with translation. We don't have the translation. ذلك الكتاب. ذلك, this
This
is
is
the book. La Raib, no doubt, fihi in it. Hudan, a guidance. Lil Muttaqin, for those conscious of Allah. Please note every line has 3 new words approximately. We will see around 3 phrases per line for learning the 3 new words, and phrases are shown in the shadows, and it is easier to remember the meaning of new words using the phrases. Just as La Raib fihi Hudan lil Muttaqin. So the next ayah are about the pointer attributes of Muttaqin. Bismillah ar-Rahman. الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون. Allazina, those yu'minuna, believe, bil ghaibi, on unseen, wa yuqimuna, and establish the salah, the prayer, wa mimma, and whatsoever rizqnam, we provided them, yunfikun, they expense. Wallazina, and those yu'minuna, believe, bima, with, on that, unzila, we descended, ilaika, to you, wa ma, and what unzila, we descended, min kablika, before you, Wabil akhirati, and the day of the judgment or the hereafter, whom you can, they are the actually believers. Ulaika, those, Allahudan, they are on the guidance, min Rabbin, from their Rabb, wa ulaika, and those, humul muflihun, they are the only successful. So they believe in unseen, establish the prayers, spend in the path of Allah, believe in the books, believe in the hereafter. So let's to see the asma. What are the plural from ism? Yes, plural of ism. Asma.
أسمع
Alim. Plural of alim.
أعلم
Alamun.
أعلم
Alamin. Yom. Plural for
أيام أيام
ayyam. What are the 60 for hamida? Yes. Hamida.
إذا
Yahmadu. Ahmad.
إحمد
Hamid. Mahmud.
نور
Hamd.
أهم
Hamim dal is the root letter and Bab is Samit. What is the next? Malaka. 6 keys for Malaka.
Malaka.
Malaka, Yamlik,
Yamliku.
Imlik, Malik, Mamluk,
Milk.
Milk. The root letter is Mim, Lam, Kaf, Bab is Doraba. The next is Abada. 6 keys for Abada.
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 Yes,
Yabudu.
yes,
Ubud. Abid.
yes.
Ma'bud.
Abu and
Ibadah.
Good.
Ibadah.
And Badal is the rural, Bab is Nasra. The next is no guidance for Kafrin. Let's start with this. No guidance for Kafrin. Bismillah Rahmani. إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون ختم الله على قلوبهم وعلى سمعهم وعلى أبصارهم غشاوة ولهم عذاب عظيم. In allazina, in those kafaru who refuse, sawaun, it's equal, alayhim on them, are answer to either you make afraid them, am lam tunziru, or not, they will not believe. La yuminun, they will not believe. Khatam Allah, Allah has set seal. Allah kalubin on their heart. Wa Allah samin on their ears, mean the hearing. Wa Allah absarim on their eyes, mean the vision. Is ghishavatun, is a veil, curtain, screen. Walahum, and for them, azabun azim, is a great punishment. So lesson learns are, Kafrin won't get guidance. The result in dunya is Allah has set a seal upon their hearts and hearings and a veil over their vision. And result in akhirah is great punishment. Then it's indeed those who disbelieves, it is same to them whether you warn them or do not warn them, they will not believe. Allah has set a seal on their hearts and on their ears and on their vision and for them is a great punishment. The next, yes, what is the plural for qalb? Qulub. Basar, absar. Yes, what is that sixth key for kafara?
Kafara. Kafara.
Yes,
Yakfuru.
yes,
Ukfur.
yes,
Kafirun. Makfurun. Kufr.
yes. Kufr.
Ukfur.
Kafara, yakfuru, ukfur, kafir, makfur, kufr. Kafara is the root letter bab. What about the khatama 6 keys? Khatama.
Atama.
Yes,
Yahtim.
yes,
Ihtim.
yes,
Khatimun.
yes.
Maktumun. It's from Bab Zoraba.
Good. Excellent. Let's go. No guidance for munafiqeen. Bismillah. وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَقُولُ آمَنَّا بِاللَّهِ وَبِالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ وَمَا هُمْ بِمُؤْمِنِينَ. وَمِنَ النَّاسِ, and of the peoples are some, مَنْ يَقُولُ, who say, آمَنَّا بِاللَّهِ, we believe in Allah, وَبِالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ, and in the last day, وَمَا هُمْ, but they are not بِمُؤْمِنِينَ, believers. This is the third category of people. The hypocrites are very dangerous. Therefore, more details are given in the following verses. Bismillah. في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله مرضا ولهم عذاب عليم بما كانوا يكذبون. في قلوبهم, in their hearts, marzan is a disease. فزادهم الله, so Allah has increased them maradan in disease. Walahum, and for them azabun alim, a painful punishment. Bima, because kanu yakzibun, they used to lie. Is madi istamrari. Disease of doubt is about Quran, prophets, akhirah, because they did not care to think too busy. And disease of desires is of powers, money, position, relationships. They do everything to get these, even if it is haram. Doubts and aura, evil desires lead to nifaq, which was stopping them from becoming the true Muslims. So let's go for the plural. Yes, what is the plural for yom?
أيام
Nafs,
أنفس
mard,
أنفس
mard.
مرض
أمراض
أمراض
That's is key. Khada,
خدع يخدع
ضوء
اخدع
ضغط
خادع خدوع
موضوع
خداع.
إضاعة
And it's from Bab Fataha.
good. What about the sha'ara 6 keys?
شهر
شعر يشعر
شهر
أشعر شاعر
أشهر
مشعور أور. It's
Shu'ur.
from
Okay.
Bab
In and
Nasra.
ra is the root letter bar. What about the kazaba? Kazaba.
كذب يكذب اكذب كاذب مكذوب كذب.
Kazbin. Okay, kaf zaba is the root letter badara. Let's go for the third pointer, the page second. That is corrupt and fools. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله. وإذا قيل لهم لا تفسدوا في الأرض قالوا إنما نحن مصلحون. وإذا, and when Kila, it is said lahum to them, la tufsidu, don't not spread the corruption, fil arde on the earth. Qalu, they say, innama, only nahnu, we are muslihun, reformers. They were loyal to enemies in and around the Medina. They were not sincere to Islam and the Muslims. A person who does not believe in Islam will act according to his desires, and therefore his talks and actions will lead to corruptions only. Bismillah. ألا إنهم هم المفسدون ولكن لا يشعرون. Allah, beware, innahum, indeed they, themselves, al-mufsidun, are the ones who spread corruption. Walakin, and but, la yasharun, they don't realize it, they don't know it. Proof, look at the Muslim societies where Quran and Sunnah is not practiced. Even the people do talk of civilization, whole system is corrupt. If source is not correct, only fast will spread. Fasad mean it will corruption. Bismillah. وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ لا تفسدوا في الأرض قالوا إنما نحن مصلحون. وَإِذَا قِيلَ, and when it is said لَهُمْ تُمْ لَا تُفْسِدُوا, do not spread corruption في الأرض, قالوا, they say, innama, only nahnu, we are Muslim reformers. They were loyal to enemies around. So let's have the plural. What is the plural for Muslim? Muslimun.
مصلحون
What is the plural for Mufsid?
مفسد
Mufsidun, Mufsidin. What is the plural for Safia? Safi.
سفهاء
What is the 6 key for Sha'ara? Make the 6 key.
شعر
Yes,
يشعر
yes,
أشعر
yes,
شعر
yes. Mashhur
مشهور
and Shaur. Sha'ara, Yasharu, Ushur, Shair, Mashur, Shaur. Shin and Ra is the root letter Babinda. What is the 6 key for Alima?
عالمة
علم يعلم علم عالم معلوم علم.
Good.
The Bab is Samia.
And Lamim is the root letter Babi Sameh. What about the 6 key for Qala?
قال
قال يقول قل
قل
قائل مقول قول.
What is the root letter? Kaf, Vav, Lam, and Bab is Nasar.
Nasr.
So let's to have the last pointer for the page second, that is double faced. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وَإِذَا لَقُوا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا قَالُوا آمَنَّا. وَإِذَا, and when, لَقُوا, they meet, الَّذِينَ, those who آمَنوا, believe, قَالُوا, they say, آمَنَّا, we believe. When the hypocrite meets with the believers, they proclaim their faith and pretend to be believers and loyalists and friends. They do this to deceive the believers because they want to have a share of the benefits and gains that the believers might possibly acquire. Bismillah. الله يستهزئ بهم يمدهم في طغيانهم يعمهون. Allah yasari, Allah mocks, jokes, bihim at them. وَيَمُدُّمْ, and prolongs them, giving the time. فِي طُغْيَانِهِمْ, in their transgressions. يَعْمَهُونَ, they wandered blindly. Allah's mocking is that He is letting them live in a Muslim society where they are protected. They may think that they succeeded in deceiving the Muslims, but in the hereafter, He will send them to the hell. Bismillah. أولئك الذين اشتروا الضلالة بالهدى فما ربحت تجارتهم وما كانوا مهتدين. Ulaika, those are allazina, the ones who ishtaraw, have purchased ad-dalala, error, bil huda, in exchange for guidance. Fama rabihat, so did not profit tijaratum, their commerce. Wama kanu muhtadin, and they were not guided. Obviously on the wrong path, and therefore they were not guided. So what is the plural for shaitan? Shayateen. Mustahzi, pluralist, mustahziun, mustahzi. Muhtadin, muhtadun, muhtadin. What is the sixth key for Amiya? Amiya. Amiya.
يعمه
Yes.
إيمة
Yes.
عامه
Dash.
dash عمهن
And mim ha is the root letter Babi Samay. What is the sixth key for Rabiha?
ربح يربح اربح رابح روح ربح. It's from Bab Samia.
Okay, khala. Sixth key for khala. Khala.
خلا
Alin. Dash. Good. Let's restart the page 3. First example of mosquitoes. The first example of munafiqin is 5. Bismillah. مثلهم كمثل الذي استوقد نارا فلما أضاءت ما حوله ذهب الله بنورهم وتركهم في الظلمات لا يبصرون. Masaluhum, their example, kamasil lillazi, is that of one who istawkada nara, kindled a fire. Falamma that, and when it illuminated, ma hawlahu, what was around him, zahaballah, Allah took away binurihim, their light, watarakahum, and left them, fi zulumatin, in dark, la yubsirun, so they could not see. This example can be understood like this: when the Prophet Muhammad brought the light of guidance, good people accepted it. Munafiqeen choose not to accept it because of their wrong desires. Summun bukmun umyun fahum la yarji'un. Summun, deaf, bukum, deaf, umyun, blind, fahum, so they la yarji'un, will not return. They do not hear the truth, don't say the truth, don't see the truth. These are hardcore munafiqeen, no hope of their returning back. No sound. Sumun means no sound. Sumun bukmun, deaf and dumb. Yes, what is the plural for masal?
أمثال
أمثال
Nur,
أنوار
zulma,
ظلمات
sixki for zahaba,
ذهب
ذهب
يذهب إلى
يذهب اذهب
dash
ذاهب
ذهب ذهب
dash
Ha. Taraka. 6 key for taraka.
ترك
taraka
يترك
yatruku utruk tarikun matrukun tarukun
باب نصر
Raja. 6 key for raja.
رجع
رجع
يرجع
يرجع
راجع
راجعون
مرجع
مرجون رجعون
Raja, yarjiu, irja. Rajun, marjun, rajun, or rajun. So let's have the second example, that is rain. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أو كسيب من السماء فيه ظلمات ورد وبرق يجعلون أصابعهم في آذانهم من الصواعق حذر الموت والله محيط بالكافرين. Oh, or kasayibun, like a rainy storm, minat samai, from the sky. Fihi, in it, zulmatin, is within darkness. Waradun, and the thunder, and the bark, and the lightning. Yaj'aluna, they put asabiyahum, their fingers, fi azanim, in their ears. Minas sawaik, against the thunderclaps. Hadar al maut, the fear of death. Wallahu muhitun, and Allah is encompassing bil kafirin, of the disbelievers. This example can be understood the following ways. The rainy storm mean the Islam. Darkness mean the thunder. Lightning mean thunderclaps. Though challenge, the tough challenging from the enemies of the Islam. Bismillah. يكاد البرق يخطف أبصارهم كلما أضاء لهم مشوا فيه وإذا أظلم عليهم قاموا ولو شاء الله لذهب بسميعهم وأبصارهم إن الله على كل شيء قدير. Yaqadul Barqu, the lightning almost, Yahtafu snatches away, Absarahum, their sight, Kullama, every time, Ada, it flashes, Lahum, for them, Ma Shawfi, they walk therein, Wa Iza, and when, Azlama, darkness comes, Alayhim, over them, Kamu, they stand still. Wallahu, and if, Sha'Allah, Allah had willed, La Zahaba, he would have taken away bisamihim, their hearing, wa absarihim, and their sight. Inna Allah, indeed Allah, Allah on kulli shayn, over all things, qadir, component. Had Allah willed, he would have taken away their hearing and sight, because they left the truth after knowing it. So, what is the plural of al asma? Samawat. Asama, samawat. Zulma, zulmat. Usbah, usabi. Uzun,
أسابق
azan. Saika, sawai.
صواب
Basar,
absar
أبصار
shay.
أشياء
أشياء
What is the sixth significance of ja'ala?
جعل يجعل اجعل
جعل
جعل
مجعول جعل
Good. What are the six key for the hazira?
حذر يحذر
يحذر احذر
محذور حذر
Hazira, yahzaru, ihzar, hazirun, mahzurun, hazrun. Hazara is the root letter Babi Sami. What about the khatifa? Six key for khatifa.
خلفا لف
يختف
خالف
خاطف
مخطوف
مخطوف
خطف
Good. What about the six key for zahaba?
ذهب
ذهب
يذهب
يذهب اذهب
ذاهب داش ذهاب
ذهاب
What about the six key for mata?
مات
مات
يموت مت
يموت
ميت داش
ميت
موت
dash موت
What is the masha? Six key for masha.
مشى
مشى
يمشي يمشي
يمشي
ماشي
امشي ماشي dash مشي
مشيون
What about the kama six keys?
kama
قام يقوم قم قائم dash قوم قيام
Qiyam. Okay. Let's go for the next pointer, that is Quran's calls. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Give me a 1 minute. Let me to shift. Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Do you hear me? I am
Yes.
hearable? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Sir. Audio video clear.
يا أيها الناس اعبدوا ربكم الذي خلقكم والذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. يا أيها, O الناس, mankind, اعبدوا, worship ربكم, your Lord, الذي who خلقكم, created you, والذين, and those من قبلكم, before you, لعلكم, so that you تتقون, become righteous one. The result is لعلكم تتقون, so that you save yourself from getting lost, from suffering in this world and from the fire in hereafter. Men can modify, change, transform, design, connect, or separate the things using the mind given by Allah and the materials given by Allah. But he cannot create anything. Creation is the making something without material. Nothing is. And he said, kun, be, and everything is there. That is creation. So the next ayat is Bismillah. الذي جعل لكم الأرض فراشا والسماء بناء وأنزل من السماء ماء فأخرج به من الثمرات رزقا لكم فلا تجعلوا لله أندادا وأنتم تعلمون. Allah is the one who ja'ala lakum, made for you al-ard, the earth, firashan, a resting place, was-sama, the sky, binan, a canopy, mean the roof, wa anzala, and sent down, min as-samai, from the sky, man, rain, mean the water, fa-akhraja bihi, and then brought by forth, what, min as-samarat, of the fruits, rizqan, as provisions, lakum, for you. Fala, so do not taj'aluna, set up, lillahi, for Allah, to Allah, andadan, rivals, partners, wa antum, and you, while ta'lamun, no. You know that someone has done all these arrangements. It can't be automatic. Someone who owns the skies and the earth, because there is perfect coordination between them. Yes, what is the plural for sama? Samawat.
Samawati
Samara. Plural for samara.
Samara Samara
Plural for nid.
Andad
6 key for abada.
Abada Abdu
Abidun, ma'budun, ibadah.
Bada. What are the 6 for khalaka?
Khalaqa
Yakhluqu, ukhluq, khaliqun, makhluqun,
Khal
Alam kaf is the root letter, bab is nasra. Yes, ja'ala 6 keys.
Ja'ala
ja'ala, yaj'alu, ij'al, ja'ilun, maj'ulun,
Ja
ja'alun.
Ja'alun.
Jim
Good.
Lam
Jim
are the
and
root
Lam is
letters.
the root
Bab
al
is
ba fatha.
fatha.
Razaka. 6 key for Razaka.
Razaq,
Razaqa,
yarzuqu,
yarzuqu,
urzuq,
urzuq,
razikun,
razikun, marzuqun,
marzuqun,
rizqun.
rizqun.
Razaka.
Razi,
Bab Nasa. Alima.
Alima,
Alima, ya'lamu, i'lam, alimun, ma'mulun,
ma'lum, ilmun.
Not
ilmun,
Mamun. Ma'lumun.
ma'lumun.
Let's go for the next pointer. That is Quran's challenge. Bismillah. وَإِن كُنتُمْ فِي رَيْبٍ مِّمَّا نَزَّلْنَا عَلَىٰ عَبْدِنَا فَأْتُوا بِسُورَةٍ مِّن مِّثْلِهِ وَادْعُوا شُهَدَاءَكُم مِّن دُونِ اللَّهِ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. And in if kuntum you are fit raib in doubt, mimma about what nazzal now we have sent down Allah on abdina our servant. Fa'atu then produce bisurat asura min mislihi the like this therefore. Wadru and call upon shuhadakum your witness min dunillahi other than Allah. In if kuntum you are sadiqin truthful. Call your witnesses beside Allah means supporters and helpers. Al Quran's the living miracles is a challenge. Still yet. So what is the plural for abad? Ibad, suwa, suwar, shahid,
War,
shuhada,
shuhada,
sadiq, sadikun,
sadiqun, or
for
sadiqin.
sadaka. Sadaka, yasduku, usduk,
Usduk,
sadiq,
sadiqun, musduqun, sidqun.
Sadaf kaf is the babi.
Or
Kana,
nasara.
6 for kana.
Kana, yakunu, kun,
Yakunu, kun,
nine,
kain,
Yes.
dash, kaun.
It's for
Yes.
Kaf,
Bab
waw,
Nasa.
nun are the root letters. Bab is
What about the ata? 6 key for ata.
ata,
Ata,
ya'ti,
yati,
iti, atin, ma'tiyun, ityanun.
Good.
it's from
And what
Sada.
about the da 6 key?
The
Da'a,
yad'u,
Yad,
ud'u, da'in, mad'uun, du'a.
Good. What is that 6 key for the sorry, the root letter for da?
Dal, ain, waw.
Good.
Bab is da'a.
Let's restart the page 4. The first pointer is warning and good news. Bismillah Rahman. فَإِن لَّمْ تَفْعَلُوا وَلَن تَفْعَلُوا فَاتَّقُوا النَّارَ الَّتِي وَقُودُهَا النَّاسُ وَالْحِجَارَةُ أُعِدَّتْ لِلْكَافِرِينَ. فَإِن but if lam not or do not تفعلوا do it وَلَن and will never تفعلوا be able to do فَاتَّقُوا then fear and not the fire. Allati whose waquduha fuel. Annas is the men, wal hijara and the stones. Or iddat prepare lil kafirin for the disbelievers. So the next part is Bismillah. وبشر الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أن لهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار كلما رزقوا منها من ثمرات رزقا وبشر and give the good tidings الذين to those آمنوا who believe وعملوا and do الصالحات righteous deed أن لهم that for them jannat gardens tajri flow min tahtiya under which al-anhar rivers kullama whenever ruziku they are provided minha from it or within it min samratin of fruit rizqan of provisions. What they say, قالوا هذا الذي رزقنا من قبل وأوتوا به متشابها ولهم فيها أزواج مطهرة وهم فيها خالدون. قالوا, they will say, Haza, this, Allazi is what? Ruzikna, we were provided min qablu before, wa utu bihi, and they will be given that mutashabiha in resemblance. Walahum, and for them, fiha therein, azwajun, the spouses, mutahratun, purified. Walahum, and they, fiha therein, khalidun, will abide forever, live forever. So what is the plural for nahar? Anhar, samar, samra, samrat, zoj,
Murat,
zoj,
Azwaj,
nar,
Azwaj
nar,
and
Niyar,
Niran,
niran,
Ran,
nar, niran. Insan,
Nas,
Nas,
hajar, hijara.
Hijab,
Jannat,
Hijara,
jannat.
Jannat.
So the six key fa'ala,
Fa'ala,
Fa'ala
Yaf'alu,
yaf'alu if'al fa'ilun maf'ulun fi'l.
fi'l. Kafara,
Kafara
Kafara,
yakfuru
Kufr, Kafirun,
kafirun makfurun kufr.
kafara is the rule letter, bab nasa. Amila,
Amila, Ya'malu, I'mal, Amilun, Ma'mulun, Amalun,
and mim lam, letter
Amim,
basa.
Lam,
Razak,
Razak,
razaka,
Yarzuku, Urzuk, Razikun, Marzukun, Rizqun,
razak
Razak,
is the rule letter, bab nasa. Khalada, khalada,
خلد يخلد أخلد خالد
dash,
خلد
and hudud. Jara,
جرى يجر يجي جرى يجري
ijri,
جاري
dash, jariyan.
جري
Jim ra ya is the root letter, bab is
هذا
hada is the pattern, bab is jarra yajri daraba. Sect kala,
قال يقول قل قائل
قائل
قول
قول
kaf waw lam is the root letter, pattern is kala, but the bab is nasara. Ata,
نظر أتى يأتي
يأتي
آت تي
ماسين
yan. Hamza ta is the root letter, pattern is hada, but the bab is daraba. So let's to have the second example, the page 4, example of mosquito. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Inna Allah la yastahi an yadribu masalam ma bawdatan fama fawqaha فأما الذين آمنوا فيعلمون أنه الحق من ربهم. Inna, indeed, Allah, Allah, la, not, yastahi, ashamed, an, to, yadribu, present, masalan, any example, ma, ba'udata, a mosquito, fama, or anything, fawkaha, above it, famma, then as for, Allazina, those, amanu, who believe, faya'lamuna, they know, annawul haqqu, that it is truth, min rabbihim, from their Lord. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وأما الذين كفروا فيقولون ماذا أراد الله بهذا مثلا يضل به كثير ويهدي به كثيرا وما يضل به إلا الفاسقين. وأما, but as for Allazina, those who kafaru, disbelieve, فَيَقُولُونَ, so they will say, مَاذَا, what أَرَادَ اللَّهُ, Allah intend, بِهَذَا, by this, masalan, and an example, يُدِلُّ, he misleads, bihi, with it, kasira, many, وَيَهْدِي, and he guides, bihi, with their, kasira, many, وَمَا, and he does not, yudillu, mislead, bihi, by it, illa, except us fasikin, the definitely disobedient. So indeed Allah is not ashamed to set forth an example even of a mosquito or anything about it, bigger or smaller. Then as for those who believe, they know that it is the truth from their Lord. But those who disbelieve say, what did Allah intend by such an example? He lets go astray many by it and guides many by it. And he does not let go astray by it except the definitely disobedient. So what is the plural for masal? Amsal, Rab, Arbab,
Arbab,
Fasik, Fasik.
Fasikun,
What are the six key for Daraba?
Daraba,
Darba, Yadribu, Idrib, Darib,
Idrib,
Idrib,
Madrub,
Dirb,
Darb. Raba is the root letter Babi Darab. Alima,
Alima, Ya'lamu, Alim, Malum,
Alimun,
Ilm,
and Tanween is the root letter Babi Samia. Kafara,
Kafara, Yakfur, Kafir, Makfurun, Kufrun,
Kafara is the root letter Babi Nasra. Fatsaka,
Fasaka, Yafsuku, Fasik,
Fasaka, Yafsuku, Ufsuk, Fasik, dash, Fiskun. So Fas in is the root letter Babnar. Kala, we have done Kala, Yakulu, Kul, Kailun, Makalun, Kalun, Kafa, Lam is the root letter, and the Bab is Nasra. Hada, Yahdi, Ihdi, Hadin, Mahdin, Hudan, or Hadaya. Hadal, Ya is the root letter Bab is Warabi. Let's to have the third pointer for the page 4, who goes astray. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الذين ينقضون عهد الله من بعد ميثاقه ويقطعون ما أمر الله بأن يوصل ويفسدون في الأرض أولئك هم الخاسرون. Allazina, those yankuduna who break ahada, covenant Allah of Allah, mim badi, after it, misakihi, contracting, wa yaktuna, and cut asunder, ma what amar Allah, bihi, Allah has ordered it, an yusala, to be joined, wa yufsiduna, and cause corruption, fil ardi, on the earth. Ulaika, those are the ones who humul khasirun, the losers. So those who break the covenant of Allah after its ratification and cut what Allah has ordered to be joined and spread corruption on the earth, it is those who are the losers. So ahad plural is ahud, misak, muasik, ard, aradi, Nakada, Yankudu, Runkud, Naked, Mankud, Nakad, Nun Kavdal, root letter Bab Nasara. Kata, Yakto, Ikta, Katun, Maktun, Katan, Kata, and is the root letter and the Bab is Fata. Amara, Yamuru, Mur, Amirun, Mamurun, Amrun. Hamza Mim Ra is the root letter Bab Nasara. Khasira, Yaksuru, Iksir, Khasirun, Maksurun, Khusrun, and Khusranun. It's have the double master. Qasin Ra is the root letter Bab is Samia. Wasala, Yasilu, Sil, Wasilun, Masulun, Wasulun. Waf Sadlam is the root letter Bab is Darab. The next fourth pointer is, how can you disbelieve? Bismillah. كيف تكفرون بالله وكنتم أمواتا فأحياكم ثم يميتكم ثم يحييكم ثم إليه ترجعون. كيف, how تكفرون, you can disbelieve بالله, billahi, in doubt, wa kuntum, when you were amwatan, lifeless, fa ahyakum, and he brought you to life, summa yumitukum, then he will cause you to die, summa yuhikum, and he will bring back to you life, summa ilahi, then to him turja'un, you will return. Bismillah. والذي خلقكم وهو الذي خلق لكم ما في الأرض جميعا ثم استوى إلى السماء فسوهن سبع سماوات وهو بكل شيء عليم. هو الذي, and it is he who khalaqa, created, lakum, for you, ma, whatever, fil earth, in the earth, jamia, all of it. Summa, then istawa, he directed himself, ila, to as-samai, to the heavens. Fasawwahunna, and he made them, sabba, 7 samawat, heavens. Wahuwa, and he is bikulli shayin, of all things, halim, all knowing. So what is the plural of mayyat? Amwat, ard, aradi, sama, samawat, shay, ashya, kafara, yakfuru, ukfur, kafir, makfur, kufr. Fa, kafara is the root letter, bab is nasara. Raja, yarju, irja, rajun, dash, rujun, rajim, and is the root letter, bab is daraba. Khalaka, yakhluku, ukhluk, khalikun, makhlukun, khalkun, khalam, kaf is the root letter, bab is nasara. Kana, yakunu, kun, kain, dash, kun, kaf, nun is the root letter, bab is nasara. The first pointer, page 5. Question on the Khalifa. Bismillah. وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً قَالُوا أَتَجْعَلُ فِيهَا مَن يُفْسِدُ فِيهَا وَيَسْفِكُ الدِّمَاءَ وَنَحْنُ نُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِكَ وَنُقَدِّسُ لَكَ قال إني أعلم ما لا تعلمون. What is, and when قال Rabbuka, your Lord said, Lil Malaikati, to the angels, Inni, indeed I, Jailun, will make fil ardi, upon the earth, Khalifa, a successful authority. Qalu, they said, Atajalu, will you place fiha, in it, or upon it, mayufsiduha, the one who corrupt fiha, on it, wayufsiku dima, and sheds dama, blood, wanahnu, and we nusabihu, we glorify bihamdika, with your praises, wanuqaddis, and we will sanctify laka, you. Qala, he said, inni, indeed I, alamu, know, ma, what, which la talamun, you don't know. We have done the translation. Let's to go. Malak, Malaik, Khalifa, Khalif, Dam, Dima, Ja'al, La, Yaj'alu, Ijal, Ja'ilun, Majulun, Ja'alun, Safaka, Yafsiku, Ifsik, Safikun, Mafsukun, Safkun, Alima, Ya'lamu, Ilam, Alimun, Ma'lumun, Ilmun, Qala, Yaqulu, Kul, Kailun, Maqalun, Qalun. The second pointer is teachings of name. Bismillah. وَأَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا ثُمَّ عَرَضَهُمْ عَلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ فَقَالَ أَنبِئُونِي بِأَسْمَاءِ هَؤُلَاءِ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. وعلم, and he taught Adama, the Adam, al-asma, the names, kullaha, all of them. Summa, then aradahum, he showed them, alal malaikati, to the angels, faqala, and said, ambi'uni, inform me, bi asma'i, of the names, haulai, of those, in, if kuntum, you were, are sadiqeen, truthful. قالوا سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. قالوا, they said, Subhanaka, exalted you are, La ilma lana, we for no knowledge, illa, except ma alamtana, what you have taught us, innaka, indeed you, anta, you are the alalim, the knowing, and al-hakim, the wise. قال يا آدم أنباهم بأسمائهم فلما أنباهم بأسمائهم قال ألم أقل لكم إني أعلم غيب السماوات والأرض وأعلم ما تبدون وما كنتم تكتمون. Qala, he said, Ya Adamu, O Adam, ambihum, inform them bi asma'ihim, of their names. Falamma, and when ambahum, he had informed them bi asma'ihim, of their names. Qala, he said, Alam aqul lakum, did I not tell you? Inni, indeed I know, alamu, I know, ghaibus samawati wal ard, the unseen of the heavens and the earth. وَأَعْلَمُ, and I know, ma tubduna, what you reveal, and ma kuntum taktumun, and what you would have been concealing. Ism asma, sama samawat, malak malaik, ard aradi, ghaib ghayub, arada yaridu irad, aridun marudun ardun, sadaka yazdaku uzduk, sadikun mazdukun sidkun, katama yaktumu uktum, katimun maktumun kitmanun, ghaba yaghibu ghib, ghaibun maghribun ghaibun. The third pointer is Sijda and Iblis. Bismillah. وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ أَبَى وَاسْتَكْبَرَ وَكَانَ مِنَ الْكَافِرِينَ. وَإِذْ قُلْنَا, and when we said لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ, to the angels, Usjudu lil Adami, prostrate before Adam, first judu, so they prostrated, illa, except Iblis, of Iblis, Abba, he refused, wastakbara, and he was arrogant, wakana, and became minal kafirin, of the disbelievers. وَقُلْنَا يَا آدَمُ اسْكُنْ أَنْتَ وَزَوْجُكَ الْجَنَّةَ وَكُلَّا مِنْهَا رَغَدًا حَيْثُ شِئْتُمَا ولا تقربا هذه الشجرة فتكون من الظالمين. وقلنا, and we said, Ya Adam, O Adam, uskun, anta, dwell you and wazawjuk, and your wife, al jannah fi jannah, wa kulla, and eat both minha, dram, in ragadan, abundance, haisu shaitama, from wherever you will, wala takraba, but do not approach hazi shajra, this tree, fatakuna, lest you be minaz zalimin, among the wrongdoers. Zawj, azwaj, janna, jannat, shajar, ashjar, sajada, yasjudu, usjud, sajidun, masjudun, sajadun, kariba, yakrubu, ikrib, karibun, makrubun, karbun, zalama, yazlimu, islim, zalimun, mazlumun, zulmun, aba, yabi, ebi, abin, mabin, ibaun, akala, yakulu, kul, akilun, makulun, aklun, shah, yashau, shah, mashiyun, mashiyatun. The fourth pointer is slips and tawbah. Bismillah. فأزلهما الشيطان عنها فأخرجهما مما كانا فيه وقلنا اهبطوا بعضكم لبعض عدو ولكم في الأرض مستقر ومتاع إلى حين. فَظَلَّمُ الشَّيْطَانَ, the shaitan made them sleep, anha, therefrom, فَأَخْرَجَهُمَا, and got them out, mimma, from their kana fi, in which they had been, وَقُلْنَا, and we said, ihbitu, go down, you all of ba'dukum, some of you, libadin, for some, adun, as enemy, walakum fil, and for you, fil ardi, upon the earth, mustaqam, a place of settlement, wa mata'an, and provision, ilahin, for a time. فتلقى آدم من ربه كلمات فتاب عليه إنه هو التواب الرحيم. فَتَلَقَّى, then received Adam min Rabbih, from his Lord, kalimat, in some words, فَتَابَ عَلَيْهِ, and he accepted his repentance. إِنَّهُ, indeed it is he who is a tawab, the oft returning, a rahim, the merciful. So shaitan, shayateen, adu, adash, mata, amtiyah, kalima, kalimat, habita, yahbatu, ihbat, habitun, mahbutun, habutun, taba, yatubu, tub, taibun, matubun, ilain, and taba. With this, we completed the first part. Please wait for the second part. Yes, sister, please raise hand for second part. Yes, sister Amber, if you are there, please raise hand so I may make you co-host. Right, sir.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. My very dear brothers and sisters, many congratulations for completing the course, and Alhamdulillah also completing the Quran part for revision. Mashallah, Brother Hai was doing a great job, and you can understand how exhausting and difficult it could be to revise the entire uh, entire course. The Quran part is already done, inshallah. Shortly after this, you will be doing the grammar part VN as well. I hope it will greatly help you to attempt your quiz in an effective manner. Also, to ensure that you score maximum marks in your quiz, we would like you to remind you some important things. The first part will be about the administrative or general outlay and construction of the quiz, which you have some idea about, but just to let you know the scores and how much you should be scoring. And the second part will be more about academic layout. So the quiz is going to be this final quiz, QC2. English is going to be of 90 marks. Remember it, 90 marks, 90. So out of 90, you have to score, I'm sure you all will score very high, but to pass your quiz, at least you must be scoring 50%, which is 45 marks. And the number of questions would be roughly 40. So do not worry about the number of questions, because some question would have more marks. So depending on what the force will be, as you will check after submission, you'll get to know how many of the scores you have received. So 90 is the total points, and 45 are required to pass the exam. Total time required, anyone can do this quiz in roughly 60 minutes, or maybe, let's say, people who could be a little slow could take 90 minutes. So we have decided to give you 2 hours, which is 120 minutes. So with ease, without any pressure, running about things, you can. So according to the Pakistan Standard Time, the quiz would start at 8 o'clock, which is your class starting time as well. So your class used to be till 10:30, but it will start from 8 p.m. and will go till 10 p.m. And also, please remember, the quiz does not remain open. It will be closed at 10. So you have to ensure you complete it within these 2 hours. No extra time will be given. We have already awarded quite an extra time for it. It is very flexible. So please manage it within this and do not request for any extra time or further flexibility. The starting ending time, I mean, I've already told you total time is 2 hours. So starting and ending time is to you. It's in your group, and you have, mashallah, already submitted your workbooks as well. So just uh, as a reminder again to all of you, it is on 24th November, next Sunday. Next Sunday, 24th of November. Write the same name with the same spelling and WhatsApp number which you have been writing in your homeworks. Please do not make any change, otherwise the result will be disturbed. Make sure your phone is charged, your devices are ready. Your phone, especially if you're using phone, it has a space, at least 1 GB empty space to open and run your quiz form fully and have a better connectivity. You may like to be at a place where the signals are full and you are connected to the internet for your ease of doing your quiz. By the way, if you're doing on a bigger screen, it won't be an issue. But if you're on your cell phone, sometimes you have to hold your quiz in a landscape form to look at all the different options, or scroll them if even you are holding it in a portrait form. So either enable the landscape form and use it this way so that you can easily see all the options. Similarly, all devices with a touch screen has the option to zoom in, zoom out. So you can zoom out a quiz question, any word, to see exactly whether it has a kasra or a fatha or a dhamma or whatever, so that you respond properly and you do not report to us, oh, sorry, I knew the answer, but I did it wrong because I could not read it. So please don't come up with such excuses. On all screens, you have an option to zoom out and make it bigger. When you submit your quiz, please at the same time press the view score, look at the score, take a screenshot, save it with you. For a record, it is very important that you have a screenshot of your quiz. Sometimes your quiz is submitted, numbers are also reported, but your name does not get reported. And sometimes, because of, we have seen in the past technical issues, other bugs, the name does not come with the right spellings. So in that case, this will be a record with you available. And brothers and sisters, I do not need to say this. I know you understand this is a quiz, this is an exam. It's not like homework. So while you will be at your home doing your quiz, I will not be there to monitor you. But Allah watches us wherever we are. So during the quiz, you cannot take any help from any person, book, video, PDF, any other source. It is your exam. Do it with full honesty. And remember, the marks which you get here in this world, they are important for your certification, but the actual marks will inshallah be rewarded to you by your Lord, because He knows your intentions, He knows your effort, He knows how much passion you have for learning Quran, inshallah. So these were some of the important things. Now coming towards the quiz content, you have been doing your homeworks. So the quiz is almost on the same format. No worries about any, it is a little lengthy only. Rest of it, it is mostly the same pattern, same type of questions. So would not be anything new or a surprise for you. However, the syllabus is full from lesson number 1 to the last lesson. In the same manner, verses will be given, and after the verses, you may be asked about what pointer does this verse has. So 4 pointers will be given. You have to choose the right one. Similarly, you may be asked the content questions, as Brother Hay was doing the revision and was sharing things with you. For translation, whenever it is required, break words very carefully. You have the skill, you know how to break down the words, you know how to look at the words, and then accordingly select which looks to you as the right answer. The pattern is all with a question, there'll be 3 or 4 options. So you have to choose the right one. Similarly, for all table questions, especially be very careful about identifying the root. Let's say if I say, uh, let's say if I say, uh, I mean, a word is amr. So for amr, what are the root letters? What would you select?
Hamza,
Hamza and
Mim,
R.
Ra.
Wrong.
Yeah. So what we do is, even if it is any fail or any ism, we look at it. Amr is, of course, is ism fail, but you'll go back to the very first form, the Madi form. The first form, Madi, Muru, and it is Mur, Amir, Ma'amur, and Amr. So we know the root letters are there. So this is how you have to identify root letters, see at them. Sometime you will be asked, let's say, if the fail is Dalla, and you are asked about whether it is sound verb, it is a weak verb, it is a double letter word, or is it another letter word, what would you say?
Sound and double letter.
Sound and
Very good, sister. So remember, for there are afal for which two could be correct. Okay. So in that case, choose very carefully and choose both options so that you get your full marks. So you know the afal and asma as well. You recognize strong, weak, multiple options, identifying style and grammar of actions, which bab does it come from, what style does it come from. You may be asked about singular, plural of the words. For example, if I say qalam, so what is the plural of it?
Aklam,
Aqlam. And what is the plural of qalb?
Kulub.
Kulub,
Qulub. And what is the plural of qala? Qala.
Qalu.
Qalu. And what is the plural of qultu?
Qulna.
Qulna.
Qulna, mashallah. So you understand how you make the plurals of asma as well as of the afal. And if I ask you about what is the feminine of uh, qala,
Qalat.
qalat. So you see, you have an idea, alhamdulillah, now. So you can always answer these. And majhul. What are the majhul? Can you identify or take name of any one majhul which we have studied during the course?
We studied Nasara, right? So Nusira, right?
Nusira or Kila, or so whatever, Turjaun, or so these were the majhul, different majhuls. And at the end of the course, we also did a list of majhul. So it is passive voice. It is not active voice. It is where the subject is not known. So if you see it there, you can also attempt it. At the same time, you may be asked to translate from English to Arabic, from Arabic to Arabic. Please read question carefully. Sometimes it will be written answer with a yes or answer with a no. So at times we just read the expression and we start responding. So read the instructions carefully so that you don't miss upon any single mark. And lastly, odd one out. So for this question, remember there are 3 levels to check. First level is the whether it is ism fail or harf level uh, differentiation. Second, singular plural differentiation. Third, masculine feminine differentiation. So if the first level is not met, then you can go to the next level and check for singular plural. And if that is not met, then you can go to the third level. So with patience and peace and without any pressure. Do it. You'll have, inshallah, enough time. So let's say if I ask you all, uh, aliha, annar, kulub. So which one is odd one out?
Annar.
How is the annar odd one out, sister?
First of all of them were isms, like ism.
Very
Then
good.
I went to the second differentiation, that is whether they are plural or singular. So other two are plural.
Okay. No. The kulub was plural, by the way, on the second level. But I'm sorry, wait a minute. It was, okay, I should have also taken care of masculine and feminine. So such a confusion could come in that case. So wait a minute. Let's say, if I say, fatahu, fatahu, fatahta, fatahtu, and fatahat. Now, which one is the odd one out?
Fatahat is one out.
Sorry, again, it is a wrong example. What has happened to me? I'm sorry. Wait a minute.
No
If I
problem,
say
sir.
fataha, fatahu, fatahta, fatahtu. Now tell me which one is odd one out.
So can you repeat, sir? Fataha.
Fataha, fataha,
Fataha
fatahu,
is one out.
fatahtu, fatahtu. Fatahta, fatahtu. Now tell me which one is odd one out.
Fatahu.
Fatahu is the odd one out.
Like
Is the plural.
Very good. Now we understand this is the plural. Now another example. Listen. Fataha, fatahta, fatahtu, fatahat. Now which one is odd one out?
it is fatahat, definitely, because all of them are verb and singular.
Very good. So you see, now for this last example, you first looked at ism, fail, and harf, and all of them were afal. So you said, okay, they are all afal, maybe singular, plural. So you checked fataha, fatahta, for the next level. So you said fataha, fatahta, fatahtu, fatahat. Okay, three of them are masculine, only one is feminine, fatahat. So this is odd one out. So this is how you should be applying all three checks to make sure that you do not lose your marks on these. So Jazakallah khaira. With this, we complete our quiz orientation with the prayer that may Allah be your guide and support. Lots of prayers for you. If there are any questions, you can ask. We have a short time before your grammar part revision starts. So any questions about the quiz? Jazakallah, sister. Yeah. A very good reminder by Sister Sidra that use TPI during the quiz to make sure. Sister Hadiza, please go ahead. Sister Hadiza, you have raised hand. Brother Ibrahim is saying, what about weak and sound verbs? Brother Ibrahim, inshallah, you have grammar revision shortly. So there'll be more clarity about it. Yes, if you're asked about if, the verb could not be weak and sound at the same time. Okay. So the categories will be selected accordingly. Please, what is the Nigerian time equivalent of the quiz? Sister, same time, which is your class time. My reviewer is not responding to my homework. Daramullah. If it is a brother, please, because maybe you have sent the entire workbook now. So it will be very difficult for them to now in a short span of time. Viewer and tell the person that the deadline has come and the person should be helping you out. Or that your reviewer could directly send you a message about if he feels that he requires more time. Yes, Sister Hadiza, Ida. You have raised hand. Do you? I think she has probably. Okay. If there is any other question, brother Muhammad. Sorry. Okay. All right. So, brothers and sisters, I would like to take this uh, opportunity to. I think when you were in QC1, we have already introduced to you the concept of Tasaddaku, which is an organization working in Pakistan, and we wanted you to also take this concept uh, in your countries as well. Uh, I would also like to share something. You are unmuted.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Yeah, I noticed that in our text, some text, this thing, two previous texts, there were these two questions, but the choice were
Okay. What was the question?
Four choices in each, but two or three were just the same. So I chose one, and I was given okay, I did not pass it because there was no choice of A, B, C, or A, B, or A, C. But the answer were the same. The three answer, only one was not, and it was a wrong answer.
All right. I can't say anything until you share that question with
The
me.
specific, okay. I will check and send it, please.
A screenshot to me and you can discuss with me, right?
I will check and send it, please. Inshallah.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
brothers and sisters, yeah, I would like to take this opportunity also to introduce to you the uh, 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 the Al-Flah Mandil Trust volunteers group. In fact, Al-Flah Mandil Trust has been working for the last 20 years, and it has Alhamdulillah produced 100,000 students. Support was given by the trustees and the trustees family only. We never asked for any any charity or anything. But now we are planning to spread and go for a global level as well. We are already, Alhamdulillah, at a global level. Like, for example, these courses. So we are teaching these, and lots of other teachers are also getting involved. So at the beginning of this year, being part of the Al-Flah Mandil Trust and as part of the Friends of Al-Flah, we took an initiative to have an Al-Flah Mandil volunteers group. It is a WhatsApp-based group, and these volunteers contribute monthly, according to Pakistani currency, only 1,000 rupees. 1,000 rupees is a very minimal currency in Pakistan. It is roughly $4. $4. I mean, even less than $5 if you look in terms of international currency. So the purpose is that, we create 1,000 members and we make Al-Flah Manzil self-sufficient, because Al-Flah Manzil has staff members, 5-6 people are in the offices, they are working, their salaries are paid, different programs are held, people are supported, people are sponsored, their books are sponsored, teacher trainings are given. And, for all that, of course, for anything, you always need financial support. So it's not a compulsion, it is a personal choice. If anybody is if it is convenient, if it is easy. And by the way, internationally, I know internationally you cannot transfer funds here. So what we will do is, after the result, we will be sharing uh, a website link with the international students, and that is on Patreon, and that helps you to transfer funds or be a member of Al-Flah Manzil volunteers group from any part of the world. So it's just an idea to share with all of you. But please remember, there is no compulsion, and we do not ask for any reward for teaching Quran from the platform of Al-Flah Manzil. So with this, I think that's all from my side. And once again, congratulating you. I pray that inshallah, may Allah make it a success for this world and for the hereafter. Over to probably, I think, who is the revision teacher? I don't have an idea, but Brother Hay will manage it.
Sister Amber is there. She is going. Please, sister, share the slides.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله ربي شرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي رب زدني علما رب زدني علما رب زدني علما Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Understanding Al-Quran the easy way. Alhamdulillah, we have completed our course 2, and today we are just going to revise our grammar part from lesson number 1 to 5. So we are going to start from our first slide that tells us that Arabic words are of 3 types. These are ism, fail, and harf. Ism mean name of anything or attribute of anyone, and the signs that we have done to recognize it. Either it is having the al at the start, or it may be ending with tanween. In case of feminine, it may be ending with the round ta, and in case of plural, these were ending with waw noon, ya noon, and alif ta. And secondly, we studied about the verb. Verb is an action word. It tells us about the action, and we have done fail madi, fail mudare, fail amr. And in harf, we have done some words. These were joining nouns and the verb, like be, fi, li, min, ila. In the 9 we have done in our QC1, and more than 20 we have done in our QC2. So in QC2, basically, we started our grammar from the weak verbs. So what was the weak verb? Yes, can anybody define? Raise your hand to participate in the class and tell me that what was the weak verb. Sister Hadiza, your hand is already raised. So would you like to answer? Please unmute yourself. Or in other case, Sister Aisha would tell us. Sister, what was the weak verb?
A weak verb is where one of the letters is alif, wow, or ye. Yeah, and then what happens is that they replace one another. One of the attributes is that they take place of one another. They change forms in that.
Yes, excellent, mashallah. So we will study more about it in the onwards, inshallah. So 3-letter verbs we have studied till now. Either they are sounds, mean it does not have the weak letter, or the weak verbs. Sound letters we have studied in our QC1, and there were 4 main styles that we have covered there. Fataha, Nasara, Daraba, and Samia. These were 4 styles, and we have learned 11 tables there. And in QC2, we started with the weak verbs, and weak verbs are also 3-letter verbs we have studied till now, like wahaba, wa'ada, qala, zada. And when we have started our course, we said that the standard copy of the Quran consists of the 600 pages, and each of the page consists 15 lines, and each of the line consists almost 9 words. And from 9 words, we can say that one sound verb is occurring over there and one weak verb is occurring there. Totally 9,000 sound verbs are occurring in Quran and 9,000 weak verbs are occurring in the Quran. So let's start the 3 weak verbs. They are one in every line of the Quran. So what were the weak letters? Waw, ya, and alif. And whenever they come any kind of the verb, mean 3-letter verbs especially, so they make that verb weak. And now and onward, we have also done 3 things about the weak verbs. What were these? Number 1, they follow one of these styles that we have done of the sound verbs. Like they may follow the fataha style, fataha yaftahu. They may follow the style of nasara, yansuru, daraba, yadribu, samea, yasmau. So they follow these styles. And also look upon these red color difference movement. From here you can recognize the pattern of the verb. Like fataha mudare would have the fatha here, nasara mudare would have the dhamma here, and daraba mudare would have the kasra here. And whatever the verb will follow their pattern, they will have the same kind of changing over there. So samia is already different from them. We have discussed this in our course. And the second thing about the weak letters get tired. They actually work like a team. Sometimes they disappear and sometimes they exchange with one another. For example, in qala, we know that the root letters of qala are qaf, waw, lam, but in the madi table, alif replace waw, and they become qala, qalu, kulta, kultu, kultum, kulna. And hamza also sometimes take their place, like in qa'ilun, qa'inun, it takes place of the weak letters. And third important thing about the weak letter is that when you see a past verb having alif, remember that it is not the part of the root letter. It is the change form of the ya or wa or waw. Like in kada, zada, it is ya, and in qala and da'a, it was waw. It is a change form of them. And these were the 4 styles we have studied. And there was a rhyme or a sentence that we just used to learn these all tables together. It just keep them together. So what was that? If you open the Quran, fataha yaftahu, Allah will help you, nasara yansuru, otherwise you will be hit, daraba yadribu, therefore listen, Sami'a Yasma'u. So this was the rhyme for sound letters that we have done. And weak letters can occur at the start, like wahaba, wa'ada, they are occurring at the start. They can occur at the middle of the verb, like qala, zada, and they can also occur at the end of the letter or the verb, like da'a and hada. And we have also done a rhyme or some sentences to learn or memorize the patterns of weak verbs. So what was that? Allah will give you, it's a promise. Wahaba, he gave. Wa'ada, he promised. In fact, he said he'll give more. Qala, he said. Zada, he gave more or he increased. Therefore, pray to him for guidance. Da'a, he prayed. Hada, he guided. And for the double letter verbs we have done, and have the good opinion, otherwise you will be lost. Zanna, he thought or he opinion. Dalla, he lost. And these were some that we have done on the pattern of Samia, Wasya, Sha'a, Radia, and some of the Hamza letter we have also studied, Amara, Sa'ala, and Qara'a. So this was the first table from where we have started actually our verb table. That was a complete verb table from where we have started the journey of the verb tables. So who is going to revise first of all this table, and later on we'll move forward, inshallah. Yes, raise your hand and participate in the revision session. Sister Khatijat, please unmute yourself and start revising it.
Fa'ala, Assalamu alaikum, sorry.
Walaikum
Fa'ala,
assalam.
fa'alu, they did. Fa'alta, you did. Fa'altu, I did. Fa'altum, you all did. Fa'alna, we did. Yaf'alu, he does. Yaf'aluna, they do. Taf'alu, you do. Af'alu, I do. Taf'aluna, you all do. Naf'alu, we do. If'al, do. If'alu, do you all. La taf'al, don't do. La taf'alu, don't do you all. Fa'ilun, the doer. Maf'ulun, the one who is affected. Fi'ilun, to do or to act of doing.
Doing excellent. Our Hamza verbs are weak or sound? There is a question. No, Hamza is not the weak harf, is not the weak letter. So in if in any kind of the verb it is occurring, so it would not be the weak verb. So first letter of the weak verbs, the first one we have done, the table of wahaba. The root letters were waw, ha, and ba, and it was following the pattern of fataha. You can see it from here. There is a fatha on it, and here's fatha as well. So you can follow it and recognize its pattern or style. So wahaba, yahabu, hab, wahibun, mawhubun, wahabun. Raise your hands and revise this table for us. Sister Khatijat is with us. I want the new hands. Sister Aisha Bakir is there. Sister Aisha, please unmute yourself and revise this table for us.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Wahaba, wahabu, wahabta, wahabtu, wahabtum, wahabna, wahabat. Yahabu, yahabuna, tahabu, ahabu, tahabuna, nahabu, tahabu, tahab. Hab, habu, la tahab, la tahabu. Wahiba, wahibun, wahubun, wahab.
Wahabun.
Wahab.
And what was the meaning of wahaba?
To give.
Wahaba, he gave, and wahab
Give.
means to give.
Give.
Excellent, mashallah. This is the short table of it. Wahaba, yahabu, hab, wahibun, mawhubun, wahabun. And on the same pattern, we have done the wada'a table. Wada'a mean he put. Wada'a yada'u da. Wadiun mawdu'un wadu'un. The short table of the wada'a, I have revised it for you. The second one we have done in which the weak letter was occurring at the start of it. So wa'ada it was. And from here, mudare, can you recognize that on which style it is occurring? Ya'idu.
Yadribu.
Yadribu, excellent. It is following the style of daraba, and here we can see it. There is a kasra under it, and same in that way in the amr, there is a kasra as well. So who is going to revise this, Sister Khatijat? You are going to revise, and I want the new hands. Please don't be shy and take participation in the revision session. Yes, Sister Khatijat.
Wa'ada, he promised. Wa'adu, they promised. Wa'atta, you promised. Wa'attu, I promised. Wa'attum, you all promised. Wa'adna, we promised. Wa'adat, she promised. Ya'idu, he promises. Ya'iduna, they promise. Ta'idu, you promise. A'idu, I promised. I promise. Ta'iduna, you all promise. Na'idu, we promise. Ta'ihiya, ta'idu, she promises. Id, promise. Idu, promise you all. La ta'id, don't promise. La ta'idu, don't promise you all. Wa'idun, the one who promises. Maw'udun, that which is promised. Wa'adun, the promise or promise.
To promise or promise. And on the same pattern, we have done
और वो मैट्रेस उड़ने के पीछे हाँ है
Sister Aisha, please mute your mic. Yes, on the same pattern, we have done the table of Wajada. So the short table of Wajada, Wajada yajidu jid, Wajidun mawjudun wujudun. And the meaning of Wajada was he found. If I ask you all the question, Hal ya'idu Zaida, what would you answer?
Nam ya'idu Zaidan.
Ya'iduna Zaida,
Nam ya'iduna Zaidan.
Hal ta'idu Zaida,
Nam a'idu Zaidan.
Hal ta'iduna Zaida.
Nam na'idu Zaidan.
तुम्हारे उड़ने के लिए पीछे है
And here is the short table of wa'ada. Wa'ada, ya'idu, id. These three are the keys of verbs and these are three noun keys. Wa'idun, maw'udun, wa'adun. Alhamdulillah. And next we studied the verb in which the weak letter was occurring at the middle of it. So can you tell me anybody that what are the root letters of qala?
Qaf, waw, lam.
Kaf, waw, lam.
Wow and lam. And third thing we have read about the weak verbs now that if you can see you see the alif in weak letter sorry in the verbs or mazi, it is not actually the part of the root letter. It is a changed form of it. So it is a changed form of wow here. Qala. And here you can recognize it as well that it is a changed form. Here you can see it returned back. Yakulu. If you want to find the root words, so you can also look upon its array. Here you can find out that what are the roots words of it. So qaf, waw, and lam. And can you tell me on which style it is occurring?
Nasara.
Nasara. Nasara, yansuru. Excellent, mashallah. So revise this table. Qala, Khadija. Sister Khadija.
Assalamu alaikum. Qala, he said. Qalu, they said. Qulta, you said. Qultu, I said. Qultum, you all said. Qulna, we said. Qalat, she said. Yaqulu, he says. Yaquluna, they say. Taqulu, you say. Aqulu, I say. Taquluna, you all say. Naqulu, we said. Here Taqulu, she says. Qul, say. Qulu, say you all. La taqul, don't say. La taqulu, don't say you all. Qailun, the one who says, or the speaker. Maqulun, maqulun, that which is said. Qaul, to say or saying.
Excellent, mashallah. And here you can see that Hamza is coming here. Qa'ilun. It is replacing the waw. And if I ask you the question, Hal qala khaira, what would you answer?
Na'am qala khaira.
Hal qalu khaira?
Na'am qalu khaira.
Hal qulta khaira?
Na'am qultu khaira.
Hal qultum khaira?
Na'am qulna khaira.
Qulna khaira. Ta will return into tu. Ta will answer into tu. Kind of the verb part, and tum will answer into the na kind of verb. Okay, here is a short table. Qala, yakulu, qul, qailun, maqulun, qawlun. On the same pattern, we have done taba. The short keys of taba are taba, yatubu, tub, taibun, matubilai or matub, and taubatun. And then we studied about the kana. Kana also follows the same pattern of qala, like its root words are kaf, waw, and noon. And kana meaning word kana, kanu, kunta, kuntu, kuntum, kunna. He was, they were, you were, I was, you all were, and we were. You can see that. Oh, mic is on. We can see that the table of kana does not have any kind of the sound meaning. So we used it with the table of mudare. So with the table of mudare, it gives us the meaning of past continuous tense. This was the past tense. This was the mudare tense. And together they will give us the meaning of past continuous tense. Like kana mean he was, Ya'malu mean word was he does. So together, if we will write it, it would be kana ya'malu, and the meaning would be he was doing. And here is the table of that. Kana ya'malu, he was doing. Kanu ya'maluna, they were doing. Kunta ta'malu, you were doing. Kuntu a'malu, I was doing. Kuntum ta'maluna, you all were doing. Kunna na'malu, we were doing. So who is going to revise this for us? I want to see the new hands. More than 40 participants are there. Please don't be shy and come up for the revision. Sister Khadija is not the only part of the class. Yes, it is Ibrahim Lavan. Please unmute yourself and revise the table.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yes, please, even though I have a question, but may I recite it before the question, or I should ask my question first?
Yes, what was the question?
My question, please, often I'm having little difficulty in aligning a particular field with either daraba, fataha, and what have you. Is there a definite formula you can help me with in order to identify if you say maybe this field, qala, maybe will have maybe it's been taken from this deriva or something like that. Any formula for that? I don't know if you get my questions.
Yes, brother, I just get your question like so that you are asking that I could not recognize that on which style it is occurring. For example, Kala, I cannot recognize that it is following the pattern of Nasara. Is it so?
Exactly.
Exactly. So I have told you in the slide firstly that I have shown you. Let me go back here. This one.
Yes, like wahaba.
Can you see the slide?
Yes, I can see them, please.
So when we are just looking at their mudare, for example, kala mudare, so is it the following of pattern of yaftahu, yansuru, or yadribu, with which it goes similar?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
I asked you that we have done the table of, you are talking about the table of kala. So kala, yakulu pattern, is it following, is it similar with yaftahu, yakulu?
No. It's similar with Nasara, Yansuru.
Yansuru. So these pattern we have memorized, like yaftahu, yansuru, yadribu, and whenever we are just going to look upon the new table, so we just memorize or recall that what were their mudare and then match it with these patterns.
Okay. Jazakumullah khair. I'm very grateful.
Okay. Now you are going to. Okay. We were here.
So sister, I think looking at the mudare form will help, right? Mudare form is important in this case to understand which pattern is it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mudare plus amr as well. Amr can also help. Just look in the upcoming slides.
Okay. So should I proceed?
Yeah.
Now, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kana ya'malu, he was doing. Kanu ya'maluna, they were doing. Kunta ta'malu, you were doing. Kuntu a'malu, I was doing. Kuntum ta'lamuna, you all were doing. Kunna na'mal, we were doing.
We were doing. Kuntum ta'maluna. So we will not mix up it with the ta'lamuna. If I ask you the question, you all are needed to answer. Hal kana ya'malu? What would you answer?
Naam, kana ya'mal.
هل كانوا يعملون؟
نعم كانوا يعملون.
هل كنت تعمل؟
نعم كنت أعمل عفوا.
هل كنتم تعملون؟
نعم كنا
نعمل. Excellent, mashallah. And here's the complete table of kana. I'll read it for you. Kana, he was, kanu, they were. Kunta, kuntu, كنتم كنا يكون يكونون تكون أكون تكونون نكون تكون هي تكون كن كونوا لا تكن لا تكونوا كائن Hamza is there dash and كون. And here you can see as well, I was telling you that from the Amr, you can also recognize it. So Amr of the Nasara would follow it, would follow the Dhamma as well. So we can also recognize it through this. And here is a short table of it. And on the same pattern, we have dashes for that mean it does not have any impact of anyone. That's why we use the dash for it. So on the same pattern of Kana, we have done the table of Zaka, he tasted. Zaka, Yazuku, Zu. Yazukun, Zaikatun was its short keys. And next, we have done the table in which the weak letter is occurring at the middle of it in Zada. So from here, we will try to find out that what are the root letters of Zada. Ya and Dal is confirmed. Alif, we do not know that either it is a Waw change form or it is a Ya change form. When we are looking at its Madare, so we can see it here. The Ya is coming back, Madare, and we can recognize it through here. And which pattern it is following, you will tell me. Yazidu.
Yeah, the Rebu, like Doraba pattern.
And here as well. In the Amr, it is also having the Kasra, and here it is also having the Kasra. So we will recognize it through here. Raise your hand to revise this table. Yes, don't be shy and come up for revision. Brother Ibrahim, go on.
Now, Bismillah. Zada, he increased. Zadu, they increased. Zitta, you increase. Zittu, I increased. Zittum, you all increased. Zidna, we increased. Zadat, she increased. Yazidu, he increases. Yaziduna, they increase. Tazidu, you increase. Now, Azidu, I increase. Taziduna, you all increase. Nazidu, we increase. Tazidu, she increases. Zid, increase. Zidu, increase you all. La tazid, don't increase. La tazidu, don't increase you all. Zaid, one who increases. Mazid, that which is increased. Ziyada, to increase. Now,
Increase. We just need to remember the few things about them. That when we are making the plural of Amr, here Ya is returning. It is not Zidu. Ya is coming back. It is becoming Zidu. It is becoming Zidu. And Yazidu, and it is following the same pattern. And one thing more, here Tashdeed is also there. Tashdeed, you can say this one, Zid. Zittum, zidna, zitta, zittu, zittum. In these three, you will see the tashdid. So this is different about this. This is a short table of it. And here you can also see things are highlighted here. Zada, yazidu, zid, zaidun, mazidun, ziyadatun. Here it is telling us that ya is coming back here. So this is special about it. Next, we have done the table of da'a, and right now the weak letter were occurring at the end of them, like dal, ain, and alif. We do not know what is the next root letter of it. So from here we can see waw is returned here in the mudari. So da'a, yad'u, ud'u, da'in, mad'un, du'a'un. The special thing about it is that it is following the pattern of Nasara. Yes, this is all. Sister Khadija is going to revise this.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Open the they called open the outer you called open the outu I called open the outum you called open you all called open the auna we called open the at she called open yadu he calls open yaduuna they call open Tad'u, you call open. Ad'u, I called open. Tad'una, you all called open. Nad'u, we call open. Tad'u, here Tad'u, she calls open. Ud'u, call open. Ud'u, call open you all. La tad'u, don't call open. La tad'u, don't call open you all. The caller. Mad'uun, the one called open. Du'a'un, to call open.
Excellent, mashallah. And if I ask you the question, everybody will answer. Hal da Allah. What would you answer?
Naam da Allah. Naam da Allah.
Hal da'a Allah.
Naam da Allah.
Allah.
Da'a Allah. Hal da'awt Allah.
Naam,
Naam
da'awt.
Allah.
Hal da'awtumullah.
Naam dauna Allah. Naam dauna Allah.
Excellent. On the same pattern, we have done the table of tala. Root letters were ta, lam, and waw. So tala short table is tala, yatlu, utlu, talin, matluun, tilawatun, and the meaning of the talawa, he recited. And next we have done the table of hada, in which again the weak letter were occurring at the end of it, and its root letter were. Can you recognize what was the root letter? Yes, anybody can answer.
He, dal, and yeah.
Yeah. Yes, hada and ya. Ya was also coming here, so we will recognize that it is the part of the root letter. So hada, hadau. Who is going to revise it?
Da.
Yes, it is Abdul Rashid. Please unmute yourself and revise the table first.
Bismillah. Hada, he guides. He guided. Hadau, he guided. They guided. Hadaita, you guided. Hadaitum, I guided. Hadaitum, you all guided. Hadaina, we guided. Hadait, hadat, she guided. Yahadi, he guides. Yahaduna, they guide. Tashdi,
Tahdi.
Tadi, you guide. Ahadi, I guide. Tahaduna, you all guide. Tahadi, we guide. Tahadi, she guides. Ihdi, guide. Ihdu, guide you all. La tahdi, don't guide. La tahdi, don't guide you all. Hadin, the one who guides. Mahadi, the one who is guided. Huda and Hidayah, to guide.
To guide. It is having the two masadir, two nouns, hudan and hidayatun. And we also know that in the mudari gives the meaning of the present and future. So he guides or he will guide. So you just need to keep this in mind. If I ask you all the question, hal yahdi ahada, what would you answer?
La yahdi ahada.
Hal yahdu ahada.
La yahdun ahada.
Hal tahdi ahada.
La ahdi أحدا
هل تهدون أحدا؟
لا نهدي أحدا.
أحدا. For denying something with the mudari, we are using la. Can you tell me if we are denying in the mazi form, what would we will use with the mazi? Would it be
ما
same la?
ما
It would be
Ma.
Excellent.
ما
Keep that in mind. Ya hada hadau. Hada plural would be not hadu, it would be hadau. And
هذا
yahdi plural would be, here you see the kasra here, but it's plural in the mudare, it will follow the dhamma here. And ihdi, same in that way. Here you can see the kasra in the singular one, and while you're making its plural, you are going to put the dhamma over there. And hadin, plural would be hadun. And here you can see, if I just go back, this is something special about it, that here it is the kasra, and when we are making its plural, here you can see it is dhamma. Same in that way, it is kasra here and it is dhamma here. So this is
sorry, I
something
don't
special about them.
understand it.
And on the same pattern we have, okay, I'll repeat it for you. Just look at the table, hada, hadau, hadaita, hadaitum, hadaina. Usually, the first key, if we just make the new verbs from the key, they just follow the same pattern. Like yahdi, yahdiuna, it should be. But it is not like so. It is yahduna. It is not
Yes.
kasra here. It is the dhamma.
Amaya.
Getting now?
Yes.
And same in that way, it is not ihdu, it is ihdu.
Yes.
Okay? And same in that way, tahdi, tahdu. This is different thing about it. So they have mentioned it here as well. And next, the second thing we have done in our book was that we have done the tables that were having the Hamza letter in them. Hamza is not the weak letter, but sometimes they take place of the weak letter in the weak verbs table. But here it is Hamza Mim Ra, we can see. And from here we can recognize that it is following the pattern of Nasara, Nasara, because we can see the Dhamma here. So who is going to revise the table of Amara for us? Someone new. Come up and raise your hand. Sister Fatima to Zohra. Thank you, sister. Please revise this table for us.
Assalamu alaikum, sister.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Amara, he ordered. Amaru, they ordered. Amarta, you ordered. Amartu, I ordered. Amartum, you all ordered. Amarna, we ordered. Amarat, she ordered. Then Mudari, Ya'muru, he orders or he will order. Ya'muruna, they order or they will order. Ta'muru, you order or you will order. Amuru, I order or I will order. Ta'muruna, you all order or you all will order. Na'muru, we order or we will order. Then I cannot see, I don't know why.
It is the same. Ta'muru. Hiya
Ta'muru,
ta'muru.
she orders or she will order.
Excellent.
Amur, mur. Muru, mur, order. Muru, order you all. La ta'muru, la ta'mur, don't order. La ta'muru, don't order you all. Amir, the one who orders. Ma'mur, the one who is ordered. Amr, the act of ordering or act of commanding.
Excellent, mashallah, sister, you have read well. So here, at each of the siga or each of the word, there was a jug. Ya'muru, ya'muruna, ta'muru. But here on a'muru, when we are just ordering ourselves, so it becomes soft. It is become amuru. It does not become a'muru. It is amuru. And same in that way here, amir. And on the if I ask you the question, hal ya'muru bis salah, what would you answer? Yes, all of you.
نعم
Anybody can answer?
بالصلاة.
نعم يأمر
الصلاة.
بالصلاة.
يا نأمر الصلاة.
هل يأمرون بالصلاة؟
نعم يأمرون بالصلاة.
هل تأمروا بالصلاة؟
نعم آمر بالصلاة.
آمر
هل
الصلاة.
تأمرون بالصلاة؟
نعم نأمر بالصلاة.
الصلاة.
Excellent. And here is a short table of it. Amara ya'muru mur. Amirun ma'murun amrun. On the same pattern, we have done akhaza. Akhaza means he took. Akhaza ya'khuzu khuz. Akhizun ma'khuzun akhzun. You have done in your workbook as well. And next comes the double letter verbs like zanna and zalla, in which we can see the double letter is coming in the root letter. And here you can see it through the tashdid. So zanna, yazunnu, zunna, zanun, maznunun, zannun. Can you recognize that on which of the style it is following? Zanna, yazunnu. Daraba, Samiya, Nasara or Fataha?
نصر.
Nasara, right? Yazunnu.
Nasara. How did you get to know?
Because you
Because of
on
the Zamma.
Sama on
Zamma on
Mudwa.
board.
On Mudare and the Amar as well. Excellent, mashallah. So raise your hand and revise this table. You all seems to be tired, or why you people are not participating in the revision session? Yes, come up, revise your hand. It's the sister Aisha Bakr or Fatma may be there. The rest of you needs to come forward as well. Sister Aisha Bakr, yes, go on.
Zanna, he thought. Zannu, they thought. Zananta, you thought. Zanantu, I thought. Zanantum, you all thought. Zananna, we thought. Zannat, Zannat, she thought. Yazunnu, he thinks. Yazunnuna, they think. Tazunnu, you think. Azunnu, I think. Tazunnuna, you all think. Nazunnu, we think. Tazunnu, she thinks. Zunn, think. Zannu, think you all. La tazunna, don't think. La tazannu, don't think you all. Zanin, the one who thinks. Maznoon, that which is thought of. Zunna, to think.
To think. On the same pattern, we followed another verb that was of radda. Radda, yuruddu, rudda. Radun, mardudun, raddun. The meaning of radda word, he returned. And next, this one, table of dalla, again having the two letters in it, dod, lam, lam, and the short table, dalla, yadillu, dilla, dalin, dash, dalalatun. Yes, who will revise this? You can unmute yourself and revise it. Anybody? It is Daramola. Please go on and revise it. Please unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Dollar, dolu, dolartu, dolarta, dolartum, dolartum, dolarna, dolat. Yadilu, yadiluna, tadilu, adilu, tadiluna, nadilu, tadilu, dillu, dillu, la tadilu, dollar, dash, dalalat.
Dalala. Excellent, mashallah. It is dilla, dillu, la tadilla, la tadillu. So if I ask you the question, hal yadillu an sabilillahi, what would you answer?
La yadillu
Naam, ya'dilu an sabilillah.
Hal yadilluna an sabilillahi?
La
لا
yadilluna
يضلون
an
عن سبيل
sabilillah.
الله.
Hal tadillu an sabilillah?
لا
لا
أدل
أدل عن سبيل الله.
هل تدلون عن سبيل الله؟
لا
لا
ندل
ندل عن
عن
سبيل الله.
سبيل الله.
Sabilillahi. So we will use na, and you need to keep this in mind. Always look upon the question that either they have asked to answer it in yes or no. If no, then you will use the la and ma with it, and if it is a yes, so you would use naam with it. And here is a short table of it. Dalla, yadillu, dilla, dalun, dash, dalalatun. On the same pattern, we have done the table of kharra. He fall down. Kharra, yakhirru, khirra, kharun, dash, kharrun. And then again, this is special, in which you can see that Hamza is there and weak letter is there as well. Sha'a, yasha'u, sha. Sha'in, mashiyun, mashiyatun. Yes, who will revise this? I know it's been too long for you. Yeah, walaikum assalam warahmatullah. Go on.
Sha'a, he willed. Sha'u, they willed. Shita, he willed. Shitu, I willed. Shitum, you all willed. Shina, we willed. Sha'at, she willed. Yasha'u, he wills. Yasha'una, they all will. Tasha'u, you will. Asha'u, I will. Tasha'una, you all will. Nasha'u, we will. Nasha'u, she wills. Tasha'u, she wills. Sha, will. Sha'u, will, you all. La tasha, don't will. La tasha'u, don't will, you all. Sha'in, the one who wills. Mashi'un, that which is willed. Mashi'at, to will.
So, sister, I have a
Okay.
quick
It's
question.
root letter.
Sister, I have a quick
Yes.
question. Like, as you can see in Madi form Sha'u, right? And in in Amr, like you can see Sha'u also, right? So how can we
Yes.
understand? Both are same basically, right?
Yeah, these will be, the question would not be asked where you will just get confused in these both. You will be asked either Amr about it, or maybe you will be asked about
Yeah,
the past
yeah.
of it.
Hopefully,
And
yeah.
if it
Okay,
is
thank you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and if it is occurring in Quran, so we will see about the context of the ayah, and then we decide that which one is following here. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yes.
Okay.
Jazakallah.
And it's special about the Sha'a table is that Sha'a is the weak table, letter, has the weak letter as well, and it does has the Hamza as well. So both Hamza and weak letter. Its root letter are Sheen, Ya, and Hamza. Sheen,
Hamza.
Ya, and
Hamza.
so answer me. Hal yasha'u khaira?
Nam yasha'u khaira.
Hal yasha'una khaira?
Nam yasha'una khaira.
Hal tasha'u khaira?
Nam asha'u khaira.
Hal tasha'una khaira?
Nam nasha'u khaira.
Nasha'u khaira, alhamdulillah. And this is the short table of it. Sha'a, yasha'u, sha. Sha'in, mashiyun, mashiyatun. And on the same pattern, we have done khafa table. He was afraid. The meaning of that. Khafa, yakhafu, khaf. Khaifun, dash, khawfun. So, and here one more. Ja'a, on the same pattern. Ja'a, he came. Ja'u, they came. Ji'ta, you came. Ji'tu, I came. Ji'tum, you all came. Ji'na, we came. And Ja'at, we came. We are only doing the Mazi table of it, as this is only occurring in Quran. And next is the revision of the table that we're following the pattern of Fataha. First of all, so Brother Darmola is there. If you are just going to revise it.
Salam alaikum.
Yes.
I want to
Walaikum
ask a
assalam.
question. Sorry, I want to
Brother,
ask a question. What is the basic word of Shaha?
the root words Sheen,
Root word.
Ya, and yeah, Sheen,
Oh,
Ya, and Hamza.
and Hamza. It's okay. Jazakallah khair.
Okay, on and Khafa, Kha, Waw, and Fa. Okay, Brother Abdul Rashid is there. Yes, please revise these table for us. Short, please.
Assalamu alaikum. Please, I have a question.
Please, question will be taken later on. Otherwise, we will be short of the time.
Okay. So what do you want me to do?
Please revise these table for us.
Which, okay. Fataha. Yaftahu. Ifta. Fatir. Maftul. Fat. To do.
Next. Fa'ala.
Fa'ala. Yaf'alu. If'alu. If'al. Fa'il. Maf'ul. Fi'l. Ja'ala. Fi'l. To okay.
To do.
Ja'ala. To do, okay. Ja'ala. Yaj'alu. Ij'al. Ja'il. Maj'ul. Jal.
Fada'a.
Hada. Yahadau.
Yahda'u.
Yadau. Yadau. Ida. Hadi. Mahadu. Hida'a.
Hida'un. Zahaba as well.
Okay.
Zahaba.
Okay, Zahaba. Yazhabu. Ishab. Zahib. Dash. Zahab. Zahab.
Qata'a.
Fataha. Yaftahu. Ifta. Fatir. Maftur.
Fathun. Qata'a,
Fatah.
yaqta'u, ifta, qatiun, maqtuun, qatun. Jazakallahu khaira, brother.
Thank you.
Next, we will do the table that are following the pattern or the style of Nasara. So Nasara basic pattern is Nasara, Yansuru, Unsur, Nasirun, Mansurun, Nasrun. And all that are following the style of Nasara, they will have, you will see Dhamma here. Ay khalaka, yakhluku, ukhluk, khalikun, makhlukun, khalkun. Abada, ya'budu, ubud. Abidun, ma'budun, ibadatun. Zakara, yaskuru, uzkur. Zakirun, maskurun, zikrun. Shakara, yashkuru, ushkur. Shakirun, mashkurun, shukrun. Nasara, he helped Khalaka, he created Abada, he worshipped Zakara, he remembered and Shakara. He thanked, and here comes the Dakhala table. Dakhala yadkhulu udkhul. Dakhilun madkhulun dukhulun. Hasada yahsudu uhsud. Hasidun mahsudun hasadun. He envied. Akala ya'kulu kul. Akilun ma'kulun aklun. He eaten. Ate. Amara ya'muru mur. Amirun ma'murun amrun. He ordered. Taraka yatruku utruk. Tarikun matrukun tarkun. And these are the examples from the ayahs that are given here. And next, the table of the akhaza. Akhaza ya'khudhu khuz. Akhizun ma'khuzun akhzun. Khalada yakhludu ukhlud. Khalidun dash khuludun. Razaka yarzuku urzuk. Razikun marzukun. Rizkun, that we have already done. Sajada, he prostrated. Sajada yasjudu usjud. Sajidun masjudun sujudun. Sakana, he lived. Sakana yaskunu uskun. Sakinun dash sukunun. So these all were following the table of Nasara, and Nasara is the style that were followed a lot in many of the verbs that are occurring in Quran. Kafara. Kafara yakfuru ukfur. Kafirun makfurun kufrun. Sha'ara yash'uru ush'ur. Sha'irun mash'urun shu'urun. He perceived. Sadaka yasduku usduk. Sadikun masdukun sidkun. He spoke truth. Fasaka yafsuku ufsuk. Fasikun dash fiskun. Katama yaktumu uktum. Katimun maktumun kitmanun. And the next is the pattern of the daraba. The basic pattern is daraba yadribu idrib daribun madrubun darbun. You will see the kasra here. The each of the verb that is following daraba, it would have the kasra here, like yarji is having, yazlim is having, yamliku, yakzibu, and yakdiru. So first is the raja'a. Raja'a yarji'u irji. Rajiun dash ruju'un. Zalama yazlimu izlim. Zalimun mazlumun zulmun. Malaka yamliku imlik. Malikun mamlukun milkun. Kazaba yakzibu ikzib. Kazibun makzubun. Kazibun or kizbun. Kadara yakdiru ikdir. You can see its file is different, so you will just remember it. Keep this in mind. Kadirun or kadirun, both can come. Kadirun, kadirun. Kadirun, makdurun, kadrun. And next is the style of Samia. Samia is different from its Mazi. Like Samia, it is having the kasra in its Mazi. Samia yasma'u isma. Samiun masmu'un sam'un. The tables that will follow Samia, they will be having the kasra here in their Mazi table, you will see. So alima, ya'lamu, i'lam. Alimun, ma'lumun, ilmun. Amila, ya'malu, i'mal. Amilun, ma'mulun, amalun. Hamida, yahmadu, ihmad. Hamidun, mahmudun, hamdun. Khasira, yakhsaru, ikhsar. Khasirun, dash, khusrun. These all were following the table of pattern of Samia, and two more. Shahida, yashhadu, ishhad. Shahidun, mashhudun, shahadatun, he witnessed. Ahida, yahadu, ihad. Ahidun, ma'hudun, ahdun. And next comes the weak verbs. First of all, we have done the pattern of wahaba. We have already done its short table, and wada'a on the same table, on the same style. And one more is here, waqa'a. Waqa'a yakauqa. Waqi'un mawqu'un wuqu'un. And next we have done wa'ada. We have already done wa'ada, and wajada. We're following the same pattern of wa'ada we have done. Next three we are going to do. So yes, anybody from you want to revise these tables? These short tables? Raise your hands.
Okay, sister, I do.
Yes. Yes, please go on.
Wa'ada, yeah. So I start with wa'ada, right?
No, last three. Wasala, walada, and waqa.
Okay, yeah. Wasala, yasilu, sil. Wasil, mausul, usul. Walada, he joined. I mean, the meaning is he joined, right? Wasala. Walada, yalidu, lid. Walid, maulud, wilada. He promised. I'm sorry, he begot.
He gave birth, yeah.
He gave birth. Oqa, yaqi, oqa, like he saved, right?
Yeah, he saved.
Oqa, yaqi, qi, waqin, mawqiyun, wika'atun.
Vikayatun. The something special about this table, vaka, it is having the two weak letters, waw and ya. So its root letters are waw, kaf, and ya, and it is having the shortest amar, qi.
Qi.
Okay. Next is the pattern of qala.
What's the root letter of waka, please?
Waw, kaf, and ya.
Now.
It is having two weak letters. So next table is the qala. Qala yaqulu kul. Kailun, maqulun, kaulun. We have done the zaka as well, taba as well, and kana as well. One that is remaining is qama. So qama yaqumu qum. Qaimun dash qiyamun. He stood. And zada we have done, and kada we have done these two. Zada yazidu zid. Kada yakidu kid. And next we have done the table of sha'a and khafa. These two we have also revised. And next is the table that are following the a pattern. The a yad'u ud'u da'in mad'uvun du'aun. Tala we have done khala. Khala yakhlu ukhlu. Khalin dash khluun. He went alone. Its meaning is, and next is the pattern of hada. Hada yahdi ihdi. Hadin mahdiyun hidayatun. Jaza yajzi ijzi. Jazin majziyun jazaun. We have done these two. Next one, three are new for you. Jara yajri ijri. Jarin dash jaryanun. Ata yati iti. Atin ma'tiyun ityanun. Masha yamshi imshi. Mashin dash mashiyun. And double letter verbs, zanna, radda we have done. Madda is remaining. So madda. Madda, yamuddu, mudda. Madin, mamdudun, maddun. He prolonged. And from the dalla pattern, we have done dalla and kharra. Hakka is remaining. Hakka, yahiku, hikka. Hakikun. This is different and you will keep this in mind. Different one, you just need to look more than others because these could be asked as a question. Hakikun dash hakkun. And next is the table of the Radiya. Radiya, Yarda, Irda, Radin, Mardiun, Radaun. Who is going to revise? Raise your hand and revise. We are about to end it. Yes. Please unmute yourself and revise it. It is Adebisi Sanusiza. Please go on.
Assalamu alaikum. Rodiya, he was pleased. Rodu, they were pleased. Rodita, you were pleased. Roditu, I was pleased. Roditum, you all were pleased. Rodina, we were pleased. Rodiyat, she was pleased. Yarda, he is pleased. Yardona, they are pleased. Tardo, you are pleased. Ardo, I am pleased. Tardona, you all are pleased. Nogdo, we are pleased. Tardo, she is pleased. Irda, be pleased. Irdao, be pleased you all. La tarda, don't be pleased. La tardao, don't be pleased you all. Rodin, the one who is pleased. Mardi, pleasing to someone. The one who is pleased. Okay, pleasing to someone. Rod, there's no haraka on the
Movement at the end of it. Rada, Radaun, you can.
Radaun, to be pleased. I have a question.
Yes.
The slides that we just finished, hakka. So the masdar, what does it mean?
Masdar mean the noun that we make it through the table. Like this one, masdar, it is a noun. Radaun is a masdar.
No. I said the table, not this one, the hakka. Hakikun, hakkun. That table before we came to Radia.
Hakun. It is hakun.
Yes. Yes.
Hakikun,
what's the
that?
So what's the masdar?
Yeah, it
what's the meaning?
Hakun. He spoke truth.
Oh no.
Hakka.
So
no, the meaning of
truth. So hakun, the masdar, to do what?
Truth. That's truth.
To be right.
To be right.
Or be to be right or to be true.
Okay. To be true or to be right. Okay. Jazakallah khair.
Okay. And here you can see it's short table. And different thing about Razia is that its plural becomes Radu. Whose mic is on? Please turn it off. Radu, and Yarda plural would be Yardauna. It is Yardauna. You can see the fatha here, and Irda plural will be Irdau, and Radin plural would be Radun. And here are the short tables. We have done Radia, Yarda, Irda. It is on the pattern of Samia. You can see the kasra here on its mazi. Razia, Yarda, Irda. Radin, Mardiyun, Ridaun. Nasiya, Yansa, Insa. Nasin, Mansiyun, Nisyanun. Khashya, Yaksha, Iksha. Khashin, Makshiyun, Khashyatun. Laqiya, Yalqa, Ilqa. Lakin, Malkiyun, Likaun. And we have also done the plural, solid plurals and broken plurals. This we have done in our QC1, that solid plurals are ending with Waunun and Yanun, and broken plural are ending with, they do follow the different pattern, like Amala, Amalun, qalb, qulub, ism, asma. So these are some: nid and dad, nahar and har, zawj, azwaj, lub, albab, rab, arbab, qalamun, aqlamun. Second style, abad, ibad, dam, dima. Third style, qalb, qulub, sadr, sudur, milk, muluk. And fourth type, shaheed, shohada, rahim, rohma, sharik, shuraka, safihun, sufahaun, nafs, anfus, and nufus. It does have the two plurals, anfus and nufus. Saikatun, sawaik, nabi, anbiya, and nabiyun could be there as well. Uqdatun, uqad, suratun, suwar, khalifatun, khalaif, and insan, anasi, unas, hajar, hijara. And then comes the passive voice. We know that in active voice we have done, in which we know that who is helping, the subject is clear. For example, Nasara, we know in this one that who has helped, he helped. Nasarta, in this it is clear that you helped. But in passive, the subject becomes the object and we do not know who is being helped here. And for the active, we follow the pattern of fa'ala, fa'alu. Here in passive Madi, we will follow the pattern of fu'ila. Fu'ila, fu'ilu, fu'ilta, fu'iltu. So it will become nusira, nusiru, nusirta, nusirtu, nusirtum, nusirna, nusirat. Mean on the first pattern there would be the dhamma, on the second there would be kasra in each of the letter that are becoming passive, the Madi of them. And in the passive we have done, it will follow the pattern. For active, we have done the pattern of yaf'alu, yaf'aluna. And for passive, it would be yuf'alu, yuf'aluna, tuf'alu, uf'alu, tuf'aluna, nuf'alu. And here you can see the table of Nasara. It becomes yunsaru, yunsaruna, tunsaru, unsaru, tunsaruna, nunsaru, tunsaru. He is being helped. We do not know who has helped, but we know that it is the subject and they are being helped. And some of the different passives of some verbs are sa'ala, su'ila, razaku, ruziku, darabat, duribat, razakna, ruzikna. Kala, passive would be kila, kala, kila. Ya'khudhu, yukhazu, yazkuru, yuskaru, tas'alu, tus'alu, tas'aluna, tus'aluna, tarji'una, turja'una, ta'muruna, tu'maruna. So here it is the end of the revision session. I hope that you have completed it and enjoyed it as well. So I would just give you the
Jazakallah
reminder, if
khair,
you have
sister. You did
completed
amazing. Jazakallah khair.
if you have not completed your workbook till yet, you just need to complete it and also complete your homework if there is a time. If not done, please complete it on time. Yes, there is a question of Brother Ibrahim. Let's take and then it would be dua.
Jazakumullah khair for the wonderful work. Please, sometimes I'm having little issue in identifying the root letters. Sometimes like this, is it Iada or Aada, something like that. So please, maybe if you can help
Just
me, maybe with your formula of getting them right.
Just being quick in that. For example, this one is a table you can see on your screen. Here it is. Its mazi is dal, ain, and alif. You can see here. And we have studied about it. Two of the letters we can recognize, that first letter is dal and second letter would be ain. These two are confirmed root letters. But alif, we do not know either it is a ya, either it is waw, because it is a change form of them. So if we will look at its mudare, here waw is coming back. It is not the part of the mudare signs. It's coming back here. So here we can recognize that its root letters are dal, ain, and waw. Let's take another example, like zada. You can see on your zada, zal and dal. These are the confirmed root letters. You can recognize them. But here alif, you do not know either it is a waw or either it is ya. So you will just look at its mudare. Here ya is coming back here. Yazidu. So here you will recognize that this is the trick of that.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's pray. May Allah help us to recite, understand, ponder, implement, propagate, and memorize the Quran. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilaik. Best of luck. Allah Hafiz.